Hello and welcome back. Today's video is on Google Slides. We're going to cover some of the tools and features as well as some tips and tricks to better acclimate you to this application. If you haven't noticed yet, the layout of Google Slides is fairly similar to that of Google Docs. This is one of the nice features of the Google Suite applications. So that as you start to go through one application and learn the different items that fall under certain menu options, you'll find that as you go to other programs, the same options appear in the same places. So starting off, we're going to go over some of the big picture tools and features of Google Slides. That being the ones that are on the screen right now: the layout, theme, and transitions. Every slide consists of various elements such as text boxes, shapes, and images, all which can be added simply by going to the Insert button. So as you select those elements, as we learned in the last video, our toolbar changes. So if you ever want to get back to that main toolbar that I just had up with transitions and themes and layouts, all you have to do is come over here to your little mini slide deck and select the slide. Now we have those options back up. Okay. Our layout option simply goes over all the layouts or custom pre-made layouts for various slides, whether it be a title slide, title with text. Okay. Our theme button pulls up a number of different themes. The themes adjust the overall aesthetic feeling of that particular slide. So as we go through and change the theme, you'll notice all of our slides have now changed. And in fact, if we go back to layout, you can preview all the different layouts for that particular theme. Okay, so I'm just going to come up here to edit and undo, go back to our original theme here. We'll close this theme. And then we also have transitions. Okay, transitions allow us to customize how we move from one slide to another. So does the slide just come up on its own, or do we transition? Since we've clicked on that button, we have a drop-down menu here in which we can choose options like dissolve and fade or flip. So here I'll choose flip. You can even adjust the speed of how fast it's going to happen. I'll leave it where it was. And directly underneath that, you have the option to apply it to all your slides if you want to keep that same transition throughout your slideshow presentation. And then way down here, we have an option for play, and that actually previews what the transition is going to look like. So that's a nice way for you to get an idea of what you want rather than having to come up here and do the present option every time you make a change. Okay. Now directly underneath that is an option called Add Animation. Animation, where transitions apply to one slide to another, animations apply to the elements within that slide. So in this particular screen, we have some text boxes. Okay. So as I select the text box, I click Add Animation. And now I can choose again, fly in, fly out, fade in, fade out. Animations can display elements onto your slide, or it can take them off. So in this instance, I'm going to do a fade in, and I'll leave the speed the same. The next option you have to choose is when does that animation happen? On the click, after the previous animation or transition, or with the previous. I like to go on click. Okay, and again, that preview button for play is still there. So here's our transition flip. We added an animation. Now we click. There's our fade in. Okay, just to show you real fast what the other option is, I'm going to select keep the same option selected, our title. I'm going to add animation, but instead of fade in, I'm going to do fade out this time. I'm going to leave it on click. I hit play. Here's my transition. Flip. I click once for fade in. I click twice for fade out. Okay? And that's how the animations and transitions work. Remember, if I get rid of it and I'm working in the text box, I no longer see it. So if I want to go back to that animations and transitions, make sure you come back to the mini slide deck over here on the left, select it, and now you can go through and select transition. Okay. One of the other options I want to show you is that of adding images and videos. So here we have 3 images. I can select an image. I can replace it with something different if I want. I have some format options. Again, as you go through these programs, you can find and tinker with the different adjustments that you can make. You can add drop shadows, reflections. Okay. In this instance, though, I'm going to get rid of one of these images, and I'm actually going to add a video. So I come up to our insert. Think of it that way. Anytime you want to add something, you're going to go under insert to look. And sure enough, here's our video option. What comes up is the option to search YouTube for video, whereas before we searched Google for images, here we can search YouTube. If you know the particular video you're looking for, you can type in the URL, or if you have videos on Google Drive, you can choose those as well. I'm going to choose YouTube as an example, and I'm going to say summer vacation. Now it's going to search YouTube for all the summer vacation videos, and you look for the one you would like. Double click, and now that video's in here. You can adjust the size of it. Okay. But one of the benefits of adding these videos to your slides is that upon hitting play while you're presenting, you don't have to worry about any ads coming up. It's going to play just the video. If we take a look at our toolbar, all we have is a format option. And in that format option, we can adjust things for video playback as to when does it start, when does it end. So you can even kind of cut that video up, as well as adjust autoplay options when presenting. Okay. One of the nice things with both images, text boxes, and videos is all of them offer borders. So if you want to give yourself a border, you can adjust how thick and what color that border will be. Okay. The last thing I'd like to discuss is the concept of layers and arranging. So here we have a number of different options: text boxes, images, videos, all of which are different elements and layers. And as you can see, if I move this image, it goes behind our video. If we come up to the arrange option, we can actually adjust that order and bring that to the front. Now it's on top of the video. And this is great to keep in mind when you're stacking different elements. Maybe you're putting text boxes on shapes or images and text boxes on top of shapes. It'll allow you to create some very visual, appealing elements to your slides. Okay. That's all we have time to touch on today. If you have any other questions, feel free to email us. And as always, check out the HyperDoc for all the other resources you need to complete your assignment and pass your assessment. Until next time, when we cover Google Forms, this has been another video from your technology facilitators.